So by popular demand, and definitely not because this chap called Greg said that he'd stab my nan with a butter knife if I didn't do more of these, it's British Problems, or rather r/British Problems, Part 2. Here we go. Some absolute silly boy has actually parked on my driveway. I'm astounded at the audacity. Their car is actually parked in my driveway. What is the recommended course of action? I personally would suggest that you just start using it. You get a locksmith, get some keys made, and just start driving it round, and they won't park on there anymore, will they? Phoning in sick, but the adrenaline of actually calling your workplace preventing you from falling back asleep. I have never, this is quite sad, I know, never ever pulled a sickie in my life, so I don't really understand. Although, even when you do call in sick genuinely, there's still a slight, you could be completely bedridden with a disease that is causing you to see double vision, feel like horse manure, and generally just be a sour, depressed husk of a person without drinking any alcohol the night before. And even when you call in sick, genuinely, you will still feel an adrenaline rush, because you think, well, even though I can barely move my own legs, my arms feel like pincushions, and I can't think straight, I could probably still make it in. I could get someone to drive me. Even then, it's quite the rush. Hearing 725 different pronunciations of the word "hoi" and not knowing which one is correct when watching the news. I don't know how to say it. I generally just kind of go for "huh." I just make a horrible kind of "huh" noise, and people generally know what I'm talking about. I'm in my 40s. I have never seen a badger alive. Nor have I. I'm 22, and I've never seen a badger alive, and I don't think I ever will in the rest of my life. All you see around the roads of Britain are non-sentient badgers. They're just lying in the middle of the road with different types of exit wounds. That's all there seems to be. You assume that what's happened is farmers aren't allowed, strictly, to kill badgers. But if you drive home from work on a road one day, in the middle of the night, a man might have driven down that same road in a Land Rover and perhaps put a couple out there. And that seems to be it's the only way I've ever seen a badger. Wilco's sign said the Terry's chocolate orange was £1. Scanned it and it was £2. This was last Wednesday, and I am still fuming. This seems to be quite an English thing. I mean, when I lived in America, I always saw people going over to the customer service and going, this said £1, but it was actually, this said $1 and it was actually $2. I have never ever seen, and I've never done it myself either, it's sad to admit, I've never ever seen anyone or done the thing where you go, oh, would you mind going and having a look at this price? I think it's wrong, but can you charge me £1 anyway? You'll just go, oh, for God's sake, bastards, they charge me £2, but then you're too much of a sad, insular bastard to actually go and ask for it back. So you'll just complain about it for weeks. When my elderly neighbours die, I won't have a clue which bins to put out each week. My house is in a group of 3 with elderly neighbours each side. When they pop their clogs, how am I meant to copy which bins they put out each week? I do the same thing, and I think a lot of other people do the same thing. Old people seem to know what bins to put out. I suppose they have so much time in their lives that they actually read that little piece of paper that you get from the council that says when bins are going to be collected and which ones. Is it green and fucking brown, or is it black and goddamn brown? I don't know. I just look out the window, see what the old people have put out, and they're usually the first people to put them out, and I assume everyone else looks out. Oh, the old people have put the green one and the brown one out today. Okay, let's put them out. Fantastic. And it all works, but when they die, I don't know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to have... It's going to be pandemonium and chaos. Having to listen to your colleague's awful choice of radio, along with terrible singing and out-of-tune whistling. I have a colleague at work who thinks he sounds like Engelbert Humperdinck, which isn't... Engelbert Humperdinck isn't the best singer, but he's even worse than Engelbert Humperdinck. And he's goddamn hard to deal with. And sometimes I just have to go... I have to pretend to go to the toilet just to get away from it for a little bit. You know, there's a reason why a lot of people in an office smoke. There's a very good reason. Entitled Creative Types Talking Loudly, Ruining the Coffee Shop Working Environment for Us Quiet Freelancers. Seriously, why do they have to talk so the whole place can hear them? I know people have meetings in coffee shops, I do it too. But you don't have to share every detail of your hip new startup/curated customer offer general wankery with everyone. Just keep it down. I find that with creative types and business types, you'll either have a creative person there going, oh yeah, so we're going to start up this new free-range hemp farm for fucking, I don't know, the socially inept or something like that. And they're just, you can smell them from a while because they haven't had a shower and they don't wear deodorant because apparently it's bad for the environment, but they stink. It's bad for the fucking coffee shop environment, them not bloody wearing any goddamn deodorant. And then you got the opposite type, you got the fat businessman who's got gout quite clearly. His face is redder than a goddamn cherry tomato. Clearly he has the blood pressure of a goddamn elephant. And he's there talking about his fiscal reports and how he's gonna fist his lower manager and tell him to fuck off and all that stuff. And I can't be bothered with either of them. Just be quiet, and if you want to be loud, do it in your own office or do it in your own yurt. That's it. Turn off your fog lights while sat in rush hour traffic. Yours sincerely, my retinas. Now, I think this is a problem round the world, I imagine, but it gets to me. It gets to my core. It annoys me to all hell. If it's foggy and then it's not foggy, turn your fog lights off. If it is foggy and then I come up behind you, I can see you because I'm 10 feet from the back of your car. You do not need to have your fog light on, which is the power of 1,000 million suns, shining directly into my face. I don't need that in my life, so please turn it off. And it's not exactly like you can't see me, because I've got my lights on as well. You bastards. Crack on. Oh, it doesn't do. It does my head in. It really does. You know you're British when you go to an airport, look for the big group of loud, confused Brits and realise you are the loud group of confused Brits. Everyone in Britain will go abroad and go, God damn, look at those bloody Brits abroad. They look ridiculous with their bald heads and their fucking shorts on and their goddamn bloody, their Asda George flip-flops and their bloody beer t-shirts. And then they fail to realise, indeed so do I, that we look exactly the same. We're bright red with stupid sunglasses on and ridiculous clothes that are wholly inappropriate at any given time. I apologise to the world for Brits abroad. We are the absolute worst scum of tourist society. Half of the UK, bloody cyclists shouldn't be on the bloody road. Other half of the UK, bloody cyclists should be on the bloody roads. It's true. And sometimes you switch between the two halves. When you're driving, you complain about the bloody cyclists being on the road. When you're not driving and you're walking along the pavement, you complain that they're not on the bloody road. If you are a cyclist in Britain, you cannot win. It's not possible for you to win, and you should stop trying. Is that going to annoy people? I don't care. Oh no. Okay, right. I think we're going to end on this one, but this is actually starting to make me annoyed. This bank holiday weekend means the roads near my house are going to be blocked by 1 million caravans doing 10 miles an hour. It sucks living not too far from a caravan park, especially on a bank holiday. Doesn't matter if you live near a caravan park or fucking anywhere near a caravan park, there'll still be frigging caravans. You could live in the middle of back fuckboy nowhere, and there will still be 72,000 caravans coming past your house, having picnics, being slow, being overtaken by dog walkers. It's horrible. Stop. Right. The rest of the world has accepted that you either have a massive RV or a tent. Either of which is much better than your stupid little dinky fucking tin pot caravan thing. Get them out of the way. You know you shouldn't have them. They're so horrible and I hate them. Okay, I'm going to stop getting annoyed now. And that will do it for r/British Problems Part 2. I'm not going to do a Part 3, and I'm not going to do a Part 2 of anything else because I don't like doing Part 2s of it. But people did seem to enjoy that last one, and I don't want Greg to stab my nan with a butter knife, as he said. But anyway, thank you very much for watching indeed. If you enjoyed the video, do smash the absolute bollocks out of the like button. What you can do is probably get a burnt sausage from your barbecue and then jab that into your screen. That'll probably do. Subscribe for more if you enjoyed this. Check out the Twitter. I do have a Twitter. It's terrible, but I will leave a link in the description below to that. And thank you very much for watching again. Bye for now.